move my neck much, and in January 2024 I started getting blurry vision, so I couldn't see in bright lights like I am now. My mum and dad took me to the accident and emergency several times, and when we went and explained my symptoms, they suggested that I should go to the opticians because the blurry vision might have had something to do with my vision because I do wear glasses. When the optician took a scan of my eyes, they saw that I had swollen nerves at the back of my left eye and gave me an emergency referral to a hospital. When we got to the hospital, they did a series of blood tests and they took a CT scan, which is where they saw a build-up of fluid in my brain on the left side. After the results of the CT scan, I was admitted into the hospital and they said that the following morning I had to do an emergency surgery to drain the fluid that was building up and find a new pathway for it. They also said that I had to take an MRI scan so that they could see more detail of what was going on in my brain. The results from the MRI scan came in later in the evening and it showed that I had a brain tumour. But my mum has been a follower of Pastor Jerry for many years, and one of the nurses who was looking after me during the night was also a follower of Pastor Jerry. So from the day I was admitted into the hospital, I also started watching Pastor Jerry, watching his lives, listening to other people's testimonies. And my favourite phrase that Pastor Jerry always says in every live is, "What God cannot do does not exist." So the following morning, before I went in to do the surgery, I said, "What God cannot do does not exist." And by God's divine grace, they were able to drain all the fluid and find a new pathway. And they also took a biopsy of the tumour. A couple of weeks after I was discharged, the results from the biopsy that they took came through, and they said that I had a cancerous brain tumour called pineoblastoma. After the diagnosis, they gave us an estimate of how much of the tumour they could remove, and they said it was 80 to 90% because the tumour was located on my brainstem. My mum reminded me that it was okay to be upset, but because we believed that what God cannot do does not exist, and also because we were followers of Pastor Jerry, we shouldn't let this situation bring our faith down, but instead to trust in God. On the 4th and the 5th of November 2024, Pastor Jerry said that every negative result is reversing.
Anyone with a negative medical report